Kenivensha, I had been watching Serpent Child come back from a harvest of crops. Further in the distance, I saw the figure of the stranger. The old man was running out of the bush, waving his hands in the air, shouting. The day had been almost over as the orange sun filled the sky with the vibrant life and energy of a newborn. As he grew closer, the sound of his words strained my ears. "Helep," he shouted. That's a new word, I thought, but what could he be so loud about? I stood there laughing for a moment at his strange, slow but fast movements and continuous chant. He looked as if he were in an unknown ritual. He grew closer and his words clearer. But before I heard him, I spotted a beastly beast rushing behind him. I felt a rush of strange feelings throughout my body. It started as tingling my head and then a dropping of my chest. I have never felt this, nor could I word the feelings rightly. A beastly beast as such has never come to the village. Only the smaller beast attempts such feats. Why was this beastly beast rushing the stranger? Could he have not shown proper respect to its earth? "Hunts!" I shouted to my serpent child. "Make haste to the hut." Without thinking, he dropped the crop and ran towards our hut. I with haste met him there. "Upva Hans," I said as I reached inside and grabbed my hunting staff. He looked me in the eyes and tugged at my leg. Smiling, I threw my hunting staff on my back and lifted him to the top of the hut. I acted quickly, running throughout the village, telling the villagers, "Upva, Upva." As they looked behind me to see the beastly beast rushing into the village, they shouted, "Kenivensha," hunter beast, as they climbed the closest bush or hut. As I ran back to my hut, it seemed the Kenivensha was gone from my sights. All the villagers Upva looked on, trying to spot it. I walked looking for the stranger. "Old man stranger," I shouted. His lily-colored face rose above my hut. "Hunts!" I shouted, but his face did not rise as the stranger's did. "Hunts!" I shouted again as I began to make haste to my hut. Then I felt a slight tug on my leg, and I spun around smiling. "My serpent child," I cooed. "That's not me," I heard Hans shout from a distance. As I looked past the eyes I had turned into, I saw they belonged to the Kenivensha. The unworded feeling flew through me again, and I felt as if I had begun to lose energy. But as I thought of my people, I gained back my strength and energy. Such new things this stranger brings, he makes me create mind images too unworded to say. The stare only lasted a moment before the Kenivensha threw its claws towards my gazing eyes. I took a far leap back, feeling life energy spill down my nose. The Kenivensha let out a great roar, and in one swift movement was a few steps behind me. I rushed ahead towards the bush with hope to bring it back to its earth. As I ran, my hand grasped my hunting stick, and I asked myself, do we need the beast life? My hand loosened. No. As I grew closer to the bush, I noticed the Kenivensha had stopped chasing me and started back towards the village. I jumped onto a bush, wanting to surprise it by the noise. The Kenivensha heard it well and spun around with a roar, lowering its head as it began rushing me. I rushed on and on, leading the Kenivensha deeper and deeper into the bush until I knew not where I was. All had fallen silent besides my feet hitting the earth. I turned my head to look behind me. The Kenivensha was gone, and I smiled, then felt myself falling. My foot had hit something, and before I could turn to see what it was, my face kissed the earth. I leapt to my feet, brushing my face off to clear my vision. My chest fell. It was the Kenivensha. With another leap back, I pulled my hunting stick at ready and circled the Kenivensha. But it just lay there, not moving. Slowly, I crept to it, then poked it with my hunting staff. Yet it moved not. Taking in all the air my body could hold, I leapt to the Kenivensha and put my open hand on it. There was no rhythm in its body, and it wasn't taking in any air. The Kenivensha had lost its life. This couldn't be the one that had been rushing me through the bush. Is this why the other Kenivensha came into the village? I asked myself. Then, like a sunrise, a mind image flooded my vision, and I understood what happened. The stranger and his strange ways must have taken the life of this Kenivensha, sending the other one after him to reclaim the life taken, as it was in the bush with the beast. He will learn. I said to the Kenivensha with no life, and bending down, I picked up the Kenivensha to put on my shoulders. It was to be a long and tiresome walk, but I had to show the stranger that he had broken the rules of the beast earth and village. Upon arriving through the bush into the village, I began to roll my shoulders, and in one swift movement threw the Kenivensha onto the earth ahead of me. The beast with no life laid there as the sun fell behind the bush, and the moon began to show her full face. The villagers who had been upva in the bush or huts climbed down, yet my serpent child was not in my vision. "Hans!" I shouted. No one spoke or moved. I started towards my hut. There stood the stranger, but no serpent child. "Oh!" I began to shout when I felt a familiar tug on my leg. Like nature, I spun around, arms wide, to embrace my serpent child. This time, my eyes moved close to that of the leg tugger, and we shared a breath. It was the Kenivensha. Before I could take back my movement, I had embraced it, and with much greater force, it embraced me, pulling me to the earth, and with a mighty roar, its mouth snapped close around my neck. I laid there, still embracing the Kenivensha, looking into its eyes, and my life energy fell from me.